Okay, today we're going to do a walkthrough of the ShopMy mobile app. So for those that aren't familiar, ShopMy is this creator storefront product. It's really geared towards fashion, beauty, and it's one of the newer players in the space, and it's really giving LTK kind of the incumbent and run for its money. I think the product is really great, so I want to go and walk you all through a review of their mobile app specifically. You can also use it on web or mobile web, but the mobile app is quite good. And so let's go give it a spin. So the first thing is I've already signed up for an account, so I'm not going to walk through that. Right now you have to apply or get an invitation code. I have a code, so I will post it in the description of this video, but let's open up the app and check it out. Okay, so after you log in, on the previous screen, I put in my username and password. This is a brand new account, so I'm getting some introduction to the product as it gets set up. And let's just go over through this real quick. So this is really around building out your shop. You can build lists and organize your product recommendations, and then you can generate commissionable product links, so essentially affiliate links. And you can also discover new brands or product launches and sales. And if you're into brand partnerships where you're partnering with a brand, getting paid to promote or create a piece of content and then promote that brand or product, they offer a chat or messaging product where you can collaborate with brands on branded content or branded partnerships. And then you can also respond to gifting requests. So a brand might gift you a specific product, or you can request a gift. And all of that you can do through ShopMy. And then we're here to help. So looks like you can chat with them if you need any help at all. All right, so I land on my shop. And if you look at this, it's fairly straightforward. My username is Fonger. I can add a little information about myself. I can add a social link in Instagram. And then if I click the button up there, I'm able to post some photos as well. And then I have shelves and post. So shelves are a way for me to organize my content or my products. And let's actually just click collection first so we can get started with that. So when I click collection, I'm able to create a shelf or a post or add a section. So let's choose the first one, shelf. So Eric's Friday looks. Cool. Done. What I like to wear on Fridays. So you can see I can add an image or I can link to a social post. Let's just keep going for now. And then when I click new product, I can search within their catalog. So it looks like they've got some featured brands here that are being promoted, and keep scrolling, right? I'll put in one of my friend's brands called Enum, and cool. So whoa, that's not what I want. Enum. Okay. All right, so then I get a set of products where I can search their website. That takes me to an in-app browser. And see if I hit that. Looks like I've added these to my collection. And then let's go back. Cool, so I created a collection called Friday Looks. I'm adding skincare, so that doesn't make a ton of sense. But you can see the skincare products listed here. So if I go back to my shop, it looks like I need to make this public. Voila, I've got a shelf and a collection called Eric's Friday Looks, and I have 3 skincare items in there. So I'm already ready to go. And that's my shop right there. And it looks like I can add new sections as well. So I could add like a closet or an Instagram feed. Close that out. Right? And if I look at this, then I see these shelves or sections show up here. So we look post, closet, Instagram. And the way this works is that if you add a specific section, let's click that plus button. So they have pre-made sections for you, but you can really just do a custom section. And then when you add a section, you can choose how the content or the posts show up. So whether they're like shelves or it's more editorial, square posts, vertical posts. So these are really just layouts, different ways to display your section. So let's go back here. So again, sections show up as these top navigation headers. If you're just getting started, you probably just need one shelf, right? And I can just add collections here. If you look at a lot of the different creators, most of them will have one shelf. Maybe if they have a bigger set of products, then they have a shelf for different things. Like here's my clothing shelf, here's my skincare shelf. And then that's one way to do it, which is create a shelf and then add a collection of different products. The other way to do it is if you go click on Instagram, I can click add a post. So this is where I can connect my Instagram or connect my YouTube. Okay, so before this, I connected my YouTube account. So I have only a single YouTube video right now, so I'm able to select that. And then I can actually add that. It's funny because it's how to use Linktree Store. So that's another storefront product, and you can go check that as well. But I've added that video, and then I can go and add, I just add some products here. So I can just go to this brand. Oh, I can have to search the website. Okay, let's add some products. Great, and then if I go back here. Okay, so this is the thing is it adds the piece of content. So if you added a YouTube video, which I did, or if you had an Instagram post, it would show up here, and then you can show the products below. The idea here is that if you've got someone who's following your page, they can see the piece of content, and then they can see the products below it, because that's how people shop on social media, right? They're watching the piece of content, you're doing the looks, and then they want to check out the products in the video. So that's the one thing that's different about when you have a section. So this section is set up in a way where it shows as shelves, and it's mainly products driven. Now, when I click on this content or this post concept, then what I have is a post. So it's just going to show a bunch of different videos or images. And so that's another way I can set up my store as a creator, whether I want it to be more product first this way, or whether I want it to be more content first this way. And again, to do that, you just need a specific section, and then you can edit that section. And if you do shelves, it's going to be product focus, right? And you can see right here, if you do editorial or if you do square posts, then it's going to be more content focus. So really a lot of these other layouts or looks, editorial, square posts, vertical posts, or horizontal posts, are all going to be content focused. And if you want to be more product focused, then you should choose shelves. For most folks, shelves are probably going to work better. It's easier to set up, but I do think if you're looking to have people visit your ShopMy directly and shop around, then you should have posts set up as a way to discover content. Because again, remember, the way most people are going to find your ShopMy is when you promote it as a link in your bio. Or what you can do specifically is, if I'm here, I can click copy, and it copies a link to this specific look. And so if I go over to Safari right here, and I paste this in, oops, paste, and I click go, then it drops me into the collection. So the idea is that you would go to your shelf, you would create a collection, and then I might create a piece of video content that talks about my Friday looks, or in this case, my skincare. And then I would go in and copy that link, and then I would drop someone in here. And then if they like any of these products, they can click it, go to the website, and purchase it. So that's one scenario I really recommend pushing it, which is you create a shelf, you create collections, and you promote those specific collections. Now, the other way you can do this is I can just also go to links, and this is going to show all the products that I've added to my store or my shops overall. And whether I use catalog my links, or websites like let's just say Sephora, right? And then I can do search website, and then in Sephora I can, okay. And then within Sephora, let's say I want this living proof hair mask. Okay, I can well, okay. In this case, it seems like it's restricted for a specific country, but I can create link for the homepage. Note, you can also promote a homepage specifically. It doesn't have to be a product, but that's not going to make a lot of sense to your visitors. So over here, if I'm at your, nope, that didn't work. Okay, let's go back to my links. So what I added, it adds to my links. So you can think of my links as any link you generate. And then if you were to copy that specifically, what that's going to do is, if I go back to Safari here, it creates an affiliate link that goes directly to the merchant page. So there's really two scenarios that a lot of creators will go through when it comes to affiliates. They will either set up their shop, create a collection, click copy, and then send visitors to the collection. Or they will go over to links here, find a product they want to promote, copy it, and then in your Instagram story, reel, TikTok, whatever, you can paste that link, promote that specific product, and when someone goes there and makes a purchase, then you're going to earn a commission. So those are the main two scenarios I recommend you build for as a creator. Let's just check out the rest of the app and then can recap there. Can recap everything I've covered. So this is a curated view of upcoming brand partners that ShopMy has been working with. You know, it's kind of something cool to check out on a weekly basis just to see what kind of sales are happening, what are some new brands, and what's the latest on ShopMy. So it's something worth visiting regularly to get the latest and greatest. And then you've got partners here where you can discover brands, right? So Rare Beauty is one. And I can go and request a discount code, request gifting or request a discount code. And I can go up here and there's basically, you're able to filter for messaging, gifts, codes, or collabs. And so a lot of this is just built on a messaging system that ShopMy has. And so what happens is you can think of it as there's ways to message or engage with brands. And whether it's a discount code, a gift, or a brand collab, those are all, if I click chat, perfect. Those are all things that I can do through their system. Now, they do have a tier system. I'm not yet at this ambassador tier, so I can't request these codes. But if I was, then I would be able to do that. And yeah, it's a nice way for you to get outreach from brands and also to request just for products that you want to try and potentially promote. So to wrap this up, ShopMy overall, if you use this mobile app, I think it is quite good and one of the better ones out there when it comes to creator commerce and affiliates. And what's really nice is it's quite easy to create a collection and organize it on your storefront. And then they have this links, my links, which is really easy to just, you could search for a website, you could search through their catalog, you can add through a URL, right? Paste it, generate an affiliate link, just copy it, and then insert it into your piece of content that you're publishing. And those are the things that you're most likely going to focus on. And as you become more advanced, then there's partners tab where you can do messaging, gifting, and codes.